the USA, Great Britain, the Netherlands, Venezuela. People from these and many other countries of the world live with us side by side. They are working, starting families, growing up children and simply enjoying life in Kazakhstan. In our program Connecting Cultures, they share their stories that had occurred before they came to Kazakhstan and after they arrived here. From them we will learn how the experience of staying in our country has changed their destinies. In order to facilitate people's desire to keep their bodies healthy, attractive and flexible, achieve emotional control, find answers to questions concerning mind, and eventually reach higher spiritual awareness, mental health and inner peace, the hero of our today's program, Bhupinder Kumar, has devoted his life to teaching yoga. Bhupinder Kumar was born in an amazing fairyland, India, that charms by its great beauty. And since Indian people use a multitude of different languages for communication, among which 23 ones are officially recognized, not one but 5 of them have become native languages of our hero. Bhupinder, together with his parents and older brother, lived for some time in a small town. And when his father was appointed personal assistant to a minister, the whole family moved to a city where our hero grew up. The hero of our program had quite a bright and interesting childhood, and his long-term practice of meditation helped him to plunge easily into his early childhood memories and see plainly all the exciting events of his life. Tell a little bit about your hometown, about places you grew up in.
Actually, I grown up in a very small town, very close to Tibet. It is famous for the one temple especially, which is on the top of the mountain. It's on the top, that much top is like 3,000 meters on the height, and there is a very big lake in front of the temple, and people are throwing gold in it. Gold, silver, money, coins. They have a wish. If the wish get fulfilled, they will throw the money, they will offer as a gold to the temple. It's a very, very special temple when people coming from from America also to the very small town. And my town is on the hills in the Himalaya, and we have fresh air, fresh water. We never buy water from the mineral waters and all these things. We have our own river. You go and drink in the river, very, very fresh. So yeah, so I grew up in a very fresh environment with a very healthy atmosphere, full of love from my father and mother.
Did you have a happy or difficult childhood?
My childhood was actually, to some extent, 50-50. It was like half disease. When I was a small kid, I will get very easily fever, cold, because it's in the mountain, very cold weather. So my childhood was not that much healthy, but I used to eat a lot, especially because we have our own farm. We have an apple garden, so I love to take milk from my own cow, take butter, cheese, yes, so it's like your own thing, so which helped me to regain very fast. It's like a lot of fruits, grapes.
And what do you remember about yourself? What were you like as a child?
Yeah, I was very naughty and very stubborn child actually. If we go to market, my mother always accompanied me to the market. And in the market, if I see something like a small car or some toy, I want to buy it, but there's not enough money, and the mom said, no, next time. But I want that toy, and I will fight, and I will cry, and I will lie on the road actually, on the street. So then there's no option for my mother, she have to buy that thing. It's like a very, very stubborn thoughts. Yeah.
While you were a child, did any fun things happen to you?
Yeah, in my village, there was a small kitchen which is made only for the firework. So you have a lot of food being made on the fire, you have water being boiled on the fire. So when it's full of snow outside, the roof gets covered with the snow. So to get the smoke out, I was innovating myself that I put few plastic pipes, not very big, but small pipes, on the roof, on the different locations. And then it was taking a lot of smoke out. But it was not that much successful because one of the pipe, it fell down on like my cousin. She was eating food, and like all of a sudden she didn't know that like somebody will attack from the heaven. It's like and then it hit on her head. So, and she was shocked actually. Then I have to tell her, oh, that this is me. He said, who is hitting me? This is my mistake actually. I was trying to innovate these things.
Do you have any special family traditions you always follow?
Yeah, there are so many traditions. and very, very deep traditions which we try to follow but difficult to follow when you come in the society and in the world. So one of the tradition would be that not to get married with outside girl, outside of your own culture. So you have to get married with your own culture, with the own traditional girls. And second thing would be try not to drink much, try not to smoke much, try to live healthy. So it's another part of the culture.
And how is it customary to celebrate New Year's coming at your place?
Celebration is totally different than what people are celebrating. We don't celebrate that much fabulous New Year because we have a different New Year. Our New Year starting in the month of March actually. So we celebrate New Year watching TV, eating some special food. Nothing special actually, it's only the dessert and my mother will prepare so many dishes. And we don't wait until 12 o'clock in the night. So when you feel tired, 11 o'clock, you will go to bed. And next day you will see like what happened yesterday night. And then we have like a special celebration, some traditional rituals that we do. In India, people worship cows. On the New Year, they will go and they will go to the cow and ask for blessing. Yeah, it's a different approach.
Our hero's mother taught her sons to cookery, so that the boys could fend for themselves during her absence. Bhupinder successfully employs his culinary knowledge to this day, especially when he wants to cook some of his favorite dishes as a particular Indian pancakes paratha, which are, as is customary in India, eaten for breakfast. An unusual and unique taste of these pancakes, in combination of a sauce and the simplicity of preparation, will win anyone's heart. And when did you start doing yoga exercises first time? Why exactly did you prefer yoga?
It's like a long story. When I was a child, I adopted being vegetarian. And after being vegetarian, it was like a constant study of the old books, the old mythological stories from where these ideas came of meditation and of being all these rituals. Then we used to go to temple every then and now, it's like a family rituals. And then from there I started loving the meditation in my childhood. So it was not very intense meditation when I was a kid, but when I reached college, actually I changed myself completely. So I was like an old thought guy on the city, and then I discovered that all these new ideas and the old ideas, how to compare it and how to adopt it into the life.
Yeah.
So meditation became my first part into the yoga. And then I did hotel management also. And from hotel management, I went into front office, housekeeping, F&B, all these departments. Then I discovered I was in a place called Ananda. It's in the north part of India, famous destination spa hotel. Then I discovered that yoga is like you can also adopt yoga as a whole life hobbies, and plus because you have all these things, you have all these basics, solid basics already based on you. So why don't you take yoga as your profession?
And what does yoga mean to you now?
For me, yoga is a lifetime process of being a right person. There are a few principles that you need to follow if you're like a practitioner of yoga. People who goes very intense into yoga, they become monk, many people. Sometimes they quit family also because it's too much into meditation and yoga. They want to leave the society and the world. So it's like too much deep into themselves, but it's a different stage. I will not say it's bad actually, it's also good, but different stage. But if you are staying in the society, but it's like a lifetime process. It's all about how you conduct yourself and how you conduct other people. That's the yoga mean for me.
The hero of our program started his teaching career as a freelancer in the city of Bombay in India. Later, he worked in another city in a business hotel. Then Bhupinder got 2 years of work experience in Maldives, and after that went to Vietnam, where our hero taught yoga in a spa center of global renown. In addition, he worked in Thailand, and recently Bhupinder has come to Kazakhstan. Today, he holds classes in a recently opened spa center of the same world-known brand. And what influence on your decision to come to Kazakhstan?
Coming to Kazakhstan was like a different experience for me because I didn't spend long time in a city. I always was busy with the islands, in the forests, in the mountains. So I don't know like what is the real stress actually from where it comes from. So I really wanted to go to the city, to the place where people are very busy, hectic lifestyle, and I wanted to see like from where the people's psychology follows the stress. So it's an experience for me to see the culture of Kazakhstan and as well as live in the city at the same time.
Have you faced any difficulties in your work in Almaty?
Yeah, difficulty is my food actually because I'm a vegetarian and I have difficulty getting a proper vegetarian meal which I'm used to have in India actually. And other than this, I don't see much difficulties. Actually, my area is more difficult than this. When you go back home, we don't have all these central heated rooms. So we are very exposed. We have only natural things to heat up your house. Yeah. So it's more harsh in my area than here. It's more comfortable than my village actually.
And what attracts you to this country?
The beautiful people, beautiful place, beautiful landscapes.
Yeah.
Especially the mountains and the snow, which is not very often found in like most of the Indian parts. Yeah, I like this place and the people, hospitality, warm-hearted people.
Haven't you got any new hobby in Kazakhstan yet?
Yes. I'm planning to develop the habit of skiing now.
Oh.
Yeah, last time I was in Dambulak mountain.
Chimbulak.
Yeah, Chimbuk, sorry, but I didn't get a chance to get skiing. So that's in my pipeline planning. I want to go for skiing. Yeah, and let's see, maybe driving in Kazakhstan road in Almaty will be another next plan.
And what do you usually prefer to do in your free time?
In my free time, I prefer to read books. I prefer to study books on spirituality, more on mental stuff, where somebody is talking about mind, like how does human mind works, and how you reciprocate to yourself, how you coming back and listening to your own brain actually. Yeah, it's a little bit philosophical, and it's a part of meditation also. Yeah, those are my favorite books. Other than this, I like Shakespeare and Plato, the philosophies of these people. If I have got more time, I go for cycling. I don't mind cycling on the snow also. Yeah, so full of activities and making humor with the friends. If I have friends to go out, I would prefer to go out maybe somewhere in the mountain.
What are your future plans? And would you like to stay in Kazakhstan for a long period?
Staying in Kazakhstan, I'm not pretty sure actually. If my wife joins me soon, then maybe I'll stay maybe for a year or a few years. If she delays a little bit, maybe I will stay for a few months and I will see how the summer goes. And with the spring season, with the different fresh air, let's see how my mood goes actually. For my goals, actually, I was already in the spa. I was like an assistant manager before. So from here, actually, I just started being focused only on the yoga. In the future, maybe I can open my small studio of yoga somewhere in Nepal or in Tibet. Or maybe if I've got another chance, I can be like a spa manager somewhere in an isolated area like island or somewhere else. Yeah, nothing much actually.
Each nation has its own state of life, customs and traditions to follow. And for the people of India, yoga is not just a system of physical exercises as many suppose nowadays. It is even not simply spiritual development of a person, it's a way of life.